Hey everyone, I'm rather incoherent, and this is The Edge of the Earth. We've just wrapped up Part 3 Rise and Death, we're going into the Forbidden Peaks. As you can see, 2 of them get set aside, we have 5 levels of the mountain, and we failed to get Small Radio or Mineral Specimen. Both of those essentially come at the cost of a Frostbite token, and I've been unwilling to do that. We've been doing great on Frostbite so far, we're down to just 1 as we start this scenario, and of course we add a squid when we start the scenario. And to cover a bit of setup before the scenario and the interlude, we did get a token out with Avery Claypool, and we did scout the mountain pass, which is why there's only 1 clue here instead of 2. We have 6 Doom on the first agenda, which will then spawn Terror of the Stars wherever we're at. It will also push everyone at its location down 1, so Luke's gonna hide in his gate box as this agenda flips. More annoyingly, it will make you drop all your stuff, but again, Luke's gonna hide in the gate box when this flips, and he's probably gonna pick up all this stuff for that reason. So it'd be a very funny way to just completely negate this mechanic. And our objective, just get all your stuff to the top and resign. Easy peasy. And of course, every location cannot be entered unless you got all the clues on the location beneath it. You start at level 0, and then we rise levels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 at the summit. There is 1 tech leading in a deck right now, and one more thing to do before we get started. Let's go look at the deck upgrades. Over in the Luke deck, we got 1 Twilight Catherine Price for 4 of our 5 experience. You might think that means we're just about done, but no, we upgraded Clairvoyance from 0 to 3 and Shriveling from 3 to 5, with 1 experience, because Arcane Research and Down the Rabbit Hole make the game stop making sense. Coming over to Finn's deck, we had more experience because of Karen's Obel, and in addition to that, we have 2 copies of Adaptable, so lots of stuff is getting swapped around. I'm picking up 2 copies of a Hot Streak. The deck just needs more economy to start embezzling its money and to start getting its big money assets online. Doesn't really have anything but well connected right now, but it will soon. We picked up our first copy of Charisma so we can have Milan and Lonnie Ritter out at the same time. And with our swaps from Adaptables, we brought Kicking the Hornet's Nest back and added an additional copy of Deep Knowledge. From this point onward, the second Adaptable won't really be necessary, but it did get us to this point in the deck much faster than we otherwise would have been here. And so, with all of that said and done, let's do our mulligans and see what we're looking at. I think we just hold that. I don't think we care about the rest of this. Holding Pickpocketing seems a little bit wrong to me when we could be mulliganing harder for Cigarette Case. Alright, try again. That was not correct. Oh, I thought I drew 3 weaknesses, so this well-connected was not drawn. We have an Easy Mark, a Lonnie, a Haste, a Cigarette Case. That's all pretty good, I think. It's not like the best opening hand, but it's pretty solid. And then over here for Luke, we have, they both opened up on the same first 2 cards, which isn't what I wanted on either of them. It might be correct to hard mulligan, though. Go incredibly hard for True Magic, Mr. Rook, Research Librarian. If I get like a second copy of either of these cards, I'm feeling pretty rough. And Luke has several turns to burn where he just picks things up. Like, I have time to draw out cards. So I'm gonna hard mulligan. Please. Alright, we have both copies of Shriveling, which means we have the upgraded one at Shriveling 5. And we also have our unupgraded Rite of Seeking. We have Research Librarian, that means we have True Magic, so I think we're in a good spot. Fenn will have to carry a little bit if we draw early enemies, though. I guess let's start this out on Luke. We're gonna play Research Librarian immediately as our first action. We're gonna search out the one and only tome in our deck. Last card, good job, Research Librarian. This is why Luke gets to do this archetype and no one else does. And rather than gaining a resource, I'll spend my next 2 actions picking up 2 things. And I think the sensible thing to do is Spare Parts and Dynamite, which are a wonderful combo where you use the spare parts as dynamite. It turns out the plane was just made out of more sticks of dynamite. Green Soapstone might be going to Finn, and it might be the only thing he gets because he's gonna be doing most of the fighting, I feel like. But we're definitely carrying stuff, and most of the stuff's gonna be going on Luke, because I'll spend 2 actions picking things up over here. Over here on Finn, we look at the Underworld market. Not really what I'm looking for. I'm gonna buy this Hidden Pocket, though. Please, game. There we go. You'll notice I started with 2 extra resources. That's from Embezzled Treasure last scenario. We're in a 3 Shroud location, so we can't really investigate very well right now. What I'm currently looking at is like Haste, Cigarette Case, then free play action off the Haste for an Easy Mark. Like, it's not the best, but I think it is what I'm gonna be doing. Then we tap Haste, and we play the Easy Mark, and we see where it takes us. It takes us into Faustian Bargain, and I am completely fine with that. And that's it for us. No enemies just yet. Upkeep phase. Pickpocketing shows its face. Deny existence is fine. Not the biggest deal, not the worst either. I don't know if this is shuffled. Now it is. Hanging on the edge. Test 3 foot. If you fail, take 2 damage. I hope Luke doesn't fail that. Because it could be problematic if he did. He has wards and stuff. He can solve it. He has Promise of Power for the test to test up 4. For Finn, though, I'm just taking 2 damage. Oh, I should get our partner assets. I forgot that. Thought they were already on the board when I started, but apparently they were not. right, now that Danforth and Rold are out, let's get back to this test. We're taking 2, we're up 1, so, I mean, probably taking 2. Oh, hey, it's the new squid. Let's find out what they do. -4. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and fail and take 2 damage. The rest of that doesn't really matter yet, but gross. All right, we're just taking this test straight. If we fail, we kill the research librarian and it's fine, so sure. And we do fail, 3 to 3. This guy dies, and I'm not sure why that got discarded over there. Weird, but okay. All right, so that's back to us. No monster spawned. That was the big thing we were concerned about. Luke's turn is incredibly straightforward. He spends all of his resources to play True Magic. He picks up 1 more item. We're gonna go with the miasmic crystal this time. Let's give uses to these things. I'm doing them individually because I don't have it in my head how many uses they have yet. I don't like that. I like using the spell icon instead because you get 1 per turn. So I played True Magic, got 1, last action, Rite of Seeking. Unfortunately, only 4 to 3, but it seems better than... Tablets do drop expedition assets. So since I haven't found anything else, I'm just gonna pick up another expedition asset. I'm gonna take... I don't actually want the sledge, right? Like, the sledge doesn't matter to me. But I'm not sure if Finn has the time. I'm gonna just play Deep Knowledge on myself as my last action. All right, that helps. That lets me plan out a little bit more. I want to play Hawkeye before Finn gets this clue. And let's go over to Finn and see what he's doing. It's Trusty 38 and another hidden pocket, huh? That's just a skip. I don't want either of this. I can spend all my resources to play Track Shoes pickpocketing Lonnie. Haste will give me an extra action if I do that plan, giving me time to draw a card. I don't like that, though. I'm going to draw, and then probably draw and haste draw. Yeah. Draw again, and then use haste to draw a 3rd time. Evidently, it's time to pick some pockets. So, last action, I'm gonna play Track Shoes, because if I'm not evading, I don't think I'm doing anything well. And then Upkeep Phase, because there are no enemies yet. Another quick thinking. And Guts, we're not quite over hand size on anyone yet. 2 of 6 Doom and Evil cards. Bit of a slow start. We're gonna test 3 head, and nothing additionally happens. But if we fail, we either add a Frostbite Coke into the bag, or take 1 horror for each point you fail by. I could Promise of Power quick thinking this. I think I'm just fine with taking up to 3 horror, though. Actually, quick thinking's not even that likely to go up, but I will use Promise of Power here. Because there's a lot of curses in the bag. We didn't fail, so nothing else. I was hoping that Promise of Power would just, like, get curses out of the bag and mitigate the damage. I didn't really care about fully passing, I just didn't want to take the full 3. Constricting Elder Thing picked the wrong place to show up. He can't have 0 health, but he still, like, has a health number. Because while this Rite of Seeking doesn't have any bonus on it, it's the base Rite of Seeking, the Shriveling does in fact get +3, meaning I'm attacking at 7 to 3. Luke's just fine to kill this man. So I'm gonna go first on Luke so I can play this Hawkeye before we get the clue. We're gonna tap this, use Shriveling 5. We're attacking 7. He's dead just immediately, not even close. Next, we're going to pick up the last asset. This is just our job. This is our role in life. Oh, actually, we're not going to do that because we're in short order on money than I thought we were. We're going to gain a resource and play the Hawkeye folding camera. And then as Finn's action, we're going to finally get clues, maybe? Let's see if we find any lockpicks. All right, we're taking the Knuckle Duster. That's not actually a decision, like, at all. Oh, wait, no. I should know what's on the bottom already because I put it there. I need to figure out what the correct order is. It's anything so we don't hit both Embezzled Treasures at the same time, and then the rest of it doesn't matter. Just Embezzled Treasure needs to be the second card. Getting back into the game, it appears that both of my lockpicks were in the bottom 4 of this deck, so we're still not great at clue finding. We just need to play Alani. And we don't have Dirty Fighting yet either. That's going to be picked over one of my lockpicks, unfortunately. I think I need to gain resources. I think I need to do resource, haste, resource. Because if I don't gain resources, I can't play Knuckle Duster and Dirty Fighting. The enemies will be here soon. Like, it's gross, but if I just don't hit anything that gives me money, if I hit like 1 Faustian Bargain, 1 Easy Mark, that's just not enough economy if I fail to embezzle in the previous scenario. So, terribly slow start from Finn here. But we're getting somewhere. Nowhere fast, but we're getting somewhere eventually. Hey, Twilight, good to see you. That's an incredible draw. Through the ice attaches to our location. That's not the biggest deal. Finn can walk out and Luke can blanket for himself. Polar Vortex, all right, that's kind of, we gotta go. This does sort of do stuff. Luke can use Gatebox just to hide from the blizzard and then blanket for Finn, which is kind of funny if we need to. Finn Finn has still not gotten either of his lockpicks or a Milan. We're gonna go first on Finn, see what we pull. Thank God. If I had pulled Dirty Fighting as that second card, it would have been very rough. We take that. First action, we play the lockpick. Then we investigate with lockpicks. Do you want to like have charges or something, man? Thank you. All right, I had to make a new one so that these would be lined up correctly. We're gonna lockpicks at 8 to 3. And we're gonna use quick thinking to be 9 to 3. 0, I'll get my action back. I will take the clue. I will snap a photo for the gram with my Hawkeye. I will draw a card. Hey, Hot Streak, I was just talking about you. Nice of you to show up after I spent my money. I think I'm going to attempt to walk out of this location now. Yes, I walk up, and we're gonna test against 2, I believe. It's not that hard to not fall through the ice. We successfully walked up. Good. Is our last action like gain a resource? That sounds so terrible. No, I'm playing the Knuckle Dusters. I just need to play Knuckle Dusters. Next turn, I buy Dirty Fighting. And then I'm short on money. If I play the Knuckle Dusters, though, I'm way further from triggering this hot streak. This is such a nasty situation for the Finn deck to be in. Coming over to this Finn deck, I've got 2 Deep Knowledges, 3 Easy Marks, 2 Emergency Caches, 2 Faustian Bargains, 2 Hot Streaks. Like, I'm running light on economy for the amount of stuff that I want to play. But I feel like this has been exceptionally bad draw. I've seen 1 Easy Mark, 1 Faustian Bargain out of my 9 economy cards. I think I have to gain a resource, even though it sucks. Yeah, last action, gain a resource instead of play Knuckle Dusters. Anyway, as Luke, we should probably reveal this location first. I'm gonna get a Tekalili on Finn. Luke could theoretically skip that by gateboxing around for a little while. He could just blank this out and then gatebox. Right now, if Finn gets an enemy, he needs help with it, though. That's not true. Finn can just evade at 5. He doesn't have a manual dex, though, so it's a little bit gross. Like, getting a Tekalili is not the biggest deal. I'm going to walk up. I'm going to use Roll to blank through the ice and just go to the next location without doing that test that deals me 1/1 and costs an action. Then I'm going to spend all of my money playing Twyla. And then I'm going to use my 1 charge of True Magic, trying to do Rite of Seeking at 4 to 4, 5 to 4, 7 to 4 with Guts. There we go. Hey, that's good enough. Thanks, Guts. I think that's the first time I played a Guts and had it be the difference this campaign. It's definitely the first time I've noticed it. Ward of Protection is wonderful. We go into Upkeep. I think these discard at the end of the round, only Polar Vortex. I forgot to pick stuff up. We're gonna come back down with Gatebox later, I guess. That's the plan. Yeah, because we already did the thing to get the clues, did I just pick up 1 clue? I forgot to get a second clue because Rite of Seeking does things. Like, it doesn't just investigate for 1. So there were a lot of misplays there. We're gonna have to gatebox down later to get this stuff back, which is fine. For all I know, I'll get knocked down by an avalanche this turn anyway. But yeah, that was a misplay. I just forgot about this stuff because of Through the Ice and the snowstorm and all the other things happening. All right, this one gives me a Tekalili that I shuffle on without looking at it. And now anytime I draw a Tekalili, I do it twice. I can test 3 head to kill it. Not the worst thing in the world. And once again, this man is barking up the wrong tree. I don't suspect he's ever going to attack me. Holy Rosary also was a great draw. Didn't quite catch that at the time, and I'm a bit poor for it at the minute. But still, we're going to tap Twyla, and when we use True Magic as our first action to attack this thing. I got distracted. I was trying to figure out what turn it was. I think we can gatebox down and get it now, actually, and it'll be perfectly fine. Anyways, what are our numbers here? 5, 6, 7, 8 to 3 seems pretty solid. Yeah, -4 isn't good enough. He is dead. I'll take 2 horror about it, but he's still dead. I wish I had 1 more resource. Like, I guess it's fine. I go into my gatebox as a lightning bolt, and then I'm gonna gain a resource and use my money to play Holy Rosary. At the end of the round, Luke's gonna get spat out over here. Yeah, you could have tested this at up 2, but I'd rather test it up 3 at a later point. We're probably not drawing a Tekalili right now. Oh, during upkeep, I had to discard, unfortunately. I don't know that I actually need Hidden Pockets. You only need Hidden Pockets if you have the second lockpick. I guess a better way to look at this is, in what world am I ever going to be playing Deep Knowledge? In the world where I really want to coat for Lonnie to fix, which is the world we live in. I'm playing Easy Mark Hot Shriek this turn, which leads into a haste play of Knuckle Duster. If I math out the turn, I can figure out what I'm doing. How many curses are in this bag right now? 5, huh? Get in precarious. I'm about to make it worse with this deep knowledge. And then, like, on the next turn, it's pickpocketing deep knowledge with the haste. Deep knowledge would go first. So it's actually, like, hidden pocket or quick thinking are the only options. I don't think I need this quick thinking. I think it's the least valuable card in my hand, which is a weird place to be. Anyway, over here on Finn's turn, we're going to move up the mountain. Actually, there could be bad things that happen when you move up the mountain. I don't remember what these do, but for all I know, one of these could have, like, on the other side, summon a monster, which I'm ill-equipped to fight with right now. Speaking of, we do this, and we buy this dirty fighting, because we just have to. It's not actually a choice. Then we play Easy Mark for 1 card and 2 resources. Then we play Hot Streak for 5 resources. Then we use Haste. And we play the Knuckle Dusters for 2 resources. And then we spend 3 resources and we play the Dirty Fighting. Alright, cool. Now we can fight. Now we're good. Upkeep phase. Alright, that damage is a little bit spooky. I'm gonna put 1 of it on Lonnie, 1 of it on myself. Not a fan of getting that double resolved immediately after hitting Blasphemous Visions before hitting my coats. But it is what it is. Anyway, upkeep over here. Emergency cash. Bit late for that, buddy. 5 of 6 Doom. And evil cards. Right, we're doing this one again? Shit. I'm up 2, like it's not that bad. But we're getting close to dead here. Alright, so here's where we're at in terms of like the future of Finn being alive or dead. I haven't drawn my health soak yet. We have all these to commit. We don't really need to get pickpocketings in play, though they are nice to have. The big thing to worry about here is what happens if I draw curses. I'm currently up 2. I can really easily commit 1 hidden pocket and be up 3. I commit both pickpocketings and be up 5, which beats curse -3, curse tablet. I think I just go up 1. Like, you can't really play around curses. They're so volatile. They're just as likely to not show up and waste your cards as they are to show up in overabundance and make your cards irrelevant because you got a -8. So I think I just beat the -3 and hope. Like, Finn doesn't die to this ever. Oh. Well, I'm glad I didn't commit more, I guess. Yeah, I'll take 2 more. Finn, I need you to stop taking damage. I'm gonna need you to quit that shit right now. Anyway, Blasphemous Visions own Luke 2. Alright, Underworld Market, let's see Finn's items. Embezzled Treasure, Hidden Pocket. We're gonna take the Hidden Pocket, we'll need it eventually. Is that even true? I only need it eventually if I'm using lockpicks, and I think I'm just gonna have Luke carry the team on the clue front at this point. Really just gonna have Luke carry the team in general at this point. I'm taking the treasure. Luke can't kill this turn, unfortunately. He's just like not at Finn's location, and he needs to go after Finn. For his actions, he's just gonna pick up both of these for sure. And this has, I believe, 4 charges? Yes. So that's 2 actions. Then we're gonna gatebox out of here into his happy place, which will promptly spit him out up here once it's revealed at the end of the investigation phase. And last action, I think I play emergency cash so I can play out like a Stribling and fight better if I really need to. Oh, actually, we're doing the thing right now. We're not gonna be getting in the gatebox yet. That is incorrect. I forgot that we're at 5 of 6 Doom. We're gonna stay down here like good little boys and girls. I think I play emergency cash. Nothing I do really seems to matter very much. I just gain the money in case I need it in the future. That's stupid. Test my thing. Test my thing at 6 to 3. Yeah, get out of here. Sorry that I can't help you, Finn. Anyway, Finn's gonna go up and promptly get knocked back down again. Yeah, there's no penalty for going further up. Holy fuck, are you kidding? Does that kill Lonnie? Okay. I mean, sometimes a character with 4 foot takes 4 damage from foot treacheries, 2 damage testlessly, and then just takes more damage. Oh man, I've taken 6 damage already. This is the 7th. Yeah, no, fuck. I was unaware that one of these just said take a damage, and it's very bad that it does. I mean, Lonnie dies. I'm thinking really hard, like there's a decision to make here, but there isn't. I think I just draw 3 times with haste. Like I have to find, I'm gonna play Deep Knowledge because I just have to find a jacket at some point. Okay, cool. Bottom half. I spend 4 resources and haste on a play action to get both copies of pickpocketing in play. The boss is going to show up, at which point I'll be incapable of going up to fight him because I literally don't have the health soak to climb the mountain. Jesus Christ, Finn, are you okay, man? Like, I've got to handle this one. Once I find a jacket, I can climb the mountain again, but this has been rough. For a deck with infinite soak, I'm feeling pretty vulnerable right now. Anyway, let's do upkeep. Put that back on top. It's good to see Lonnie again, though. Mr. Rook is wholly unnecessary at this point, but it's nice to have the soak, because apparently you may damn well need it. The Terror of the Stars enemy goes into play at the highest location. Hello, Finn. Each investigator at that location loses control of all expedition assets and drops them at their location. So, funny thing about that, Finn never picked up any of those assets. He's just smuggling on his own terms. Luke's the one being a pack mule. I could have sworn this knocked everyone down when it got here. Does it not do that immediately? I could have sworn that this agenda, when you flipped it, pushes you down. Maybe that happens in the interlude when someone dies randomly. Maybe I'm just misremembering its effect at the end of the round. Yeah, no, we just roll and kill somebody. Takata, you're not important anymore. Get that out of here. Anyways, if you could just not pick this bottom row, I mean 5 out of 8. Oh. Alright then, if you don't want to get off the top, you can be dead, Cookie. Sorry about that. So Cookie is actually the best possible result, because not only do I not care that he's dead, he does something. So there's his Resolute version, and we can also get out his Memorial of Loss and see what he's offering us. He's offering us a gun. Wow. Oh me, oh my, whatever will I do? But because it was Cookie, while he's getting taken out like a chump, he manages to shoot it for 2 damage, which is more than anyone else does. So now this thing is down to 7 health. It's only on the 2nd level because we had terrible tempo in this run so far. So it's only 2 fist, 2 foot, and it's not doing a whole lot. It's probably gonna die immediately. I don't think we actually needed Cookie's help. We're gonna go first over here on Finn. I think when I evade it, I avoid triggering pickpocketing in case there's another Teka-Lili in my deck that deals damage because it would fucking kill me. Like, that's where I'm at. If I draw a damage Teka-Lili, I die, so I don't know what Teka-Lilis are in my deck, and I have to skip the draws. Which is fine, my hand's full anyway, but I don't feel good about it. Anyway, we're evading 5-2. And I don't see any reason to commit anything to this, we're just doing it. -1, broke his ankles. Then we dirty fight. Lonnie's dead, so this is only 5-2, but that's still up 3. That's 2 damage, down to 5 left. And now it's time for a 3-part knuckle sandwich. Part 1. All right, the first. Oh. That probably triggers stuff, but I don't want to draw cards. I will take a clue from my location. I guess I have to do math then. That was a -1. I succeeded by exactly 2 then. 5 down. Wait. I'm struggling with math here. I'm swinging at 5. I got -2 plus 1 because there's 1 exhausted enemy, so I got -1. I got 4-2. I get the clue. Okay, we're good. I figured it out. Also, we deal damage. That's like the main reason we're punching him. Knuckle sandwich number. All right. I forgot to remove the curse last time. I doubt that changed the effects. There's just a million of them in there. That's going to be another hit. Finn is just like not rolling bad today. I mean, it would have been cool if Luke got to help, but I guess Cookie and Finn have it handled. Neat. That'll be 10 damage. Just 4 successful knuckle dusters in a row. 2 fist is not a large number. This one's substantially easier to deal with than the last one was. It also helps that we've had like time to set up and we've oriented our decks much more towards fighting. Back when we saw the first one, Finn did not have knuckle dusters. Anyway, that'll be Finn's turn. On Luke's turn, I use rolled and I blank out the text and I use gate box. And then I actually spend an action walking out of the gate box to Finn's location. And then I'm gonna test 6-3 to try to make sure he doesn't die randomly. Cool, this can go away. I was supposed to like help kill a boss or something, but I guess I'm just investigating 6-2 with Rite of Seeking as my last action. It ends my turn, but I didn't have any actions left anyway, so we're good. And that's it for us. Boss did not last that long. Mr. Rook can go, don't need to. Milan, you're not the kind of soak I'm looking for, but I'll take anything at this point. Oh yeah, whenever we move up, we're supposed to get rid of all our clues. I haven't been doing that, but they're also not used for anything, so it makes no real difference. We're gonna put 2 more clues on our location from the token pool, thanks to Snowfall, not a big deal at all. There were a lot of cards there where we use a Ward of Protection or you handle this one on it. Do I wanna? No, we can easily deal with Whiteout. We've got good numbers on lock picks, we have Rite of Seeking, we have Rolled. There's no reason to deal with Whiteout aggressively. Do I have a Deep Knowledge over here? I do not. Does Mr. Rook work on your teammates? No. I'm glad he doesn't. I've just never even thought about using Rook on someone else, so I have to double check. We have a charisma over here. We don't have as much money as we like. I'm gonna Faustian bargain, put curses back in the bag, gain 5 more money. Sometimes you can't pronounce words. Sometimes a word like gain is just really hard to say. Anyway, that's our first action. Our second action is gonna be putting Lonnie back in play. Our third action is gonna be a haste action to play something else, which is gonna be Milan, I guess, for another 4. And last action will be lockpicks at 7-2, thanks to whiteouts. And we will tap this and draw a card now. We get a money off Milan, and of course we get a clue. I didn't bother opening this because I forgot, but it turns out we didn't have money for it anyway, so it's good that I didn't. None of these heal people, correct? No, that would be ridiculous. These are like literally dynamite and magical methods of killing people in a sled. Oh wait, I'm gonna use the sled as my first action. It's backpack for teammates. Finn, can you have a shirt, please? No, you don't want a shirt? The last Tekalili in the deck is also a damaged Tekalili. I'm glad I wasn't drawing earlier. Oh no, there's more Tekalilis. Awesome, 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 awesome. He can still get emergency cash though. That is a supply card. Do you draw it immediately? Is that how it works? Okay, no, it's on a wooden sledge. So essentially we all have emergency cash now, is the way that wooden sledge works. Also, shuffle that deck. Please don't put the Tekalili on top. And I can keep using this every turn, thank God. We're gonna get you out of here, Finn. My last action's gonna be Rite of Seeking. I think I just do first action Rite of Seeking. There's actually not another meaningful action for me to take. So I just do Rite of Seeking now and tap Twyda to get it back, and if I'm able to keep going, that's great. I mean, I still pass as I'm testing at 6-2, 5-2, -3. All right, 2-2 in the end, but we got there. However, we will be stopping our turn thanks to Rite of Seeking. Math was a lot closer than I thought it was initially. We will get one more book, not that we care at all about that stat. This research librarian is actual factual trash. More money over here now that we're fully set up and don't need it, but we can embezzle that, it's still valuable. Speaking of, we need to get embezzling sooner rather than later. All right, we're gonna shuffle in a Tekalili. We're gonna resolve its effects first, and we can give it to Luke if we want to. So our Tekalili that we must resolve is discard an asset you control, pickpocketing. I'll take it myself, I don't need these. Cool. What's next? Polar Vortex, don't end your turn here, otherwise you just die, Finn. Speaking of, whiteout can go. All right, that was actually pretty soft. That was not a big deal. You would think discard 2 assets eventually, like Super Crypt Shield would be something I dreaded, but honestly, Finn has shit to throw away. We tap Underworld Market, we spend a money, we get treasure. And nothing else really matters at this point. Finn's gonna take a haste action. He's going to play Emergency Cash. He's going to play Embezzled Treasure. The haste play is gonna be another Embezzled Treasure. And I think I'm gonna kick the Hornet's Nest. There's no one here though, and I need to move, so I move as last action. That makes a lot of sense. The Windswept Path, if it's level 0, it's not, so we do the other effect. After you move here, place 1 clue on it, so it just has player clues in a janky fashion. Because Luke's going to follow us up immediately and put a 2nd clue on it. Then he's going to use the sledge again and look for this stupid thing. Where are your coats, sir? This just misses. There's nothing for this to do this time. My man does not want to draw his health soak today. And then I'll use this as Rite of Seeking at 6-3. Just keep forgetting what Luke's numbers are. Cool. There's both clues done. Like, this has been a really easy scenario. I shouldn't be stressed. But Finn has me terrified, even though he's technically safe right now. Anyways, upkeep, well connected is nice to see. Oh wait, before upkeep, did I want to use treasure this turn? No, not this turn. I believe as we come to the top of the round, 3 of 8 Doom, yes, we have a little bit of time left, and we needed to save money for, what's it called? We needed to save money for Hot Streak. Anyway, Through the Ice is a problem, but not a big one. Ice Shaft is not a problem at all. I mean, I think I'm just willing to take this test, and when I inevitably get a bad token, I deny the existence of the damage. Oh, also, I'm over hand size. I'm going to toss this Cryptic Writings. Finn's good, though. Yeah, I'm just going to take this and deny the existence of the damage. Yeah, that's a fail, but I don't really feel like being hurt right now. Alright, so I can use Roll to blank out Finn's text. This didn't properly reset because it's a stack of cards now. I'm going to move this around a little bit so they're closer to each other. The stack of cards under this can go under the sledge now, or above the sledge rather. We're going to sledge on Luke first. Thank God. There we go. I think it actually is capable of hitting multiple cards, isn't it? Yeah, up to 3 item or supply cards. Well, that was still the only hit. But we've done our job. We don't want to leave this turn. We want to let the other guy leave. Then we can blanket and leave ourselves next turn. I can just bash my way out of here. Like, I can just take 1-1. It's not a big deal. Or get lucky. So yeah, I'm just going to try to leave. I'm just going to try to walk up to the next level. 3-2. And that's actually just a pass. Cool. I've got more actions than I thought I would. I discard the top 3 cards on my deck. It's fine, and none of them mean anything to me. I believe I draw that Hekalili instead. I do. So I will take 1 horror. Wait, that's not where that goes. Get over here. Alright, and Luke's last action, since he apparently gets to keep his action, is to use True Magic, investigating at 6-1. Cool, I've got more Gatebox. Don't really think I need it, but I appreciate it all the same. Oh, let's go ahead and kill all of our clues since we just went to the next location. Finn shouldn't have any clues anymore because he's walking up to the next location. On Finn's turn, we use Rolled and we blank the location so he doesn't have to test for it. Then on Finn's turn, he is going to play the Trench Coat from over here in the sled. Let's do this in the correct order, though. Let's do this in the correct order. Instead of playing that first, we're going to play Hot Streak from our hand to go up to 10. Then we're going to play Emergency Cash from the sled to go up to 13. Then we're going to use Haste, wherever it is, to play the Trench Coat down to 10. And then we're going to Embezzle 4 resources, going down to 6. Finn killed the boss, he survived, and he embezzled money. As far as I'm concerned, mission accomplished. Anyway, 4 of 8 Doom, evil cards. Peril, you must either lose 2 actions or shuffle the top 2 cards. I forgot to do Upkeep phase. But, I'm gonna go ahead and lose 2 actions. I think we're just fine without Finn at this point. Yeah, that thing's not a problem at all. It will mill my deck, which is a little bit annoying, but not a big deal. There's still an Emergency Cash in my own deck. The reason I'm thinking about this right now is after I kill this guy, and I start investigating my location, I only have 1 spell left. I can Wooden Sledge my deck to look for Emergency Cash to play on Finn, which is silly and ridiculous, but what we're actually thinking about. Anyway, I use True Magic, get it back with Twyla. We Shrivel. We're using Shriveling 5. We're attacking at a million. All right, I guess we have to do math now. We're at base 6. We're at 9-3, 7-3, 5-3, 3-3. All right, we fail, and we also take 2 horror. Should have committed guts, I guess. That's fine. We do it again. Do I commit guts this time? There's still 3 curses in there. Sure, I guess. Oh, there's not an Emergency Cash. I've drawn both of them. Well, that little tangent was completely pointless then. Anyway, let's see if we can't get through it this time. Good use of guts. Hey, we got this, though. That's nice, at least. Anyway, we use a charge of green soapstone to deal an additional damage, and we kill him. And we take 1, 2, 3, 4 milled cards. We go to our angry place. Flip this, go down here. And that 2 horror is a little bit spooky. We might just kill Twyla. At this point, we're pretty well off, but we can also probably kill the Rosary. We can deny its existence as well. That seems like the easiest play. I think if I kill Twyla to play Rook as my last action, there's no risk of me dying whatsoever. But that just feels cowardly. I'm going to spend 4 resources and just play out the Rite of Seeking normally. And then at the end of the turn, it'll spit me out. It's the end of the investigation phase, not the turn, right? Yeah. So we're going to be going back here. Let's not waste time pretending. We're going to be going back there. I'm going to put 1 horror on this, 1 horror on me. Actually, I'm going to full on kill the Rosary. I'm just going to kill the Rosary instead of putting horror on me. Anyway, coming over to Finn and his 1 action turn. What's down here? Smuggled goods and lockpicks. We don't need any of that. I mean, the sensible thing to do is just to lockpicks, right? Like, I'm trying to find something clever. There's not. We just lockpicks at 9-1. Surprisingly, not a fail. We'll trigger Cigarette Case, draw a card, get Milan money, and of course, take 1 clue. I have 5 story assets on Luke's board, and he still has less shit in play than Finn. It's ridiculous what green characters look like. That's completely fine. We don't need this second pickpocketing. Oh, retroactive play here, I just forgot to do it. I spend 4 resources and embezzle treasure. Because that's literally the point of the game at this point. We're just trying to get treasure embezzled before we win. Anyway, moving back on to our normally scheduled broadcast. 5 of 8 Doom and Evil cards. That's fine, Finn doesn't need his turns. I don't feel like getting all the tech abilities. That's fine. Again, not really a problem. Clairvoyance still in the deck over here, so that's nice. On Luke's end, I think I'm just going to use Rite of Seeking a lot. I'm going to start tapping this just to give supplies as resources to Finn. Like, I don't really need this for anything else. Yeah, I'm just investigating with Rite of Seeking a lot. It feels weird. Anyway, 5 to 1. That'll be the end of my turn, but I will get 2 clues. Sorry, Luke, happens to the best of us. Over here on Finn, I am going to lockpick at 1,000,000. I am going to gain my money, draw my card, get a clue, and I'm also going to embezzle 4 resources. That'll be it for us. Upkeep phase. Caught red-handed just goes back in the deck. There are no enemies about. Don't really need money for anything. 6 of 8 Doom. We're almost to the top of the mountain. I think we're just safe to take this at this point. Like, we're up 2 anyway. I'll manual Dex to be up 4. I'll get a clue, I guess. That's substantially above average. Get out of here. Over here, this is perfectly fine to tank, and I can deny it if I fail. My last cards do include a Promise of Power and a Word of Protection. If I fail this, I kill Twyla, I think. Because Twyla's not getting me clues anymore, and this is probably killing every enemy that spawns in 1 hit. Yeah, if I fail this, I kill Twyla, and I'm going to fail this. Oh. Well, now I'm going to feel worse when I kill Twyla to play Rook. That was a far better Mythos phase than it should have for the cards we drew. I'm going to go first on Finn. I'm going to tap this and see what else is in the deck. I know it's nothing I care about. Yeah, all of those can stay in there. Testing at 1,000,000. Once again, we get that. We use it to get Milan money and to draw a card. It's my worst nightmare. I'm going to evade it at 3 up, which seems fine by me. We're on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th level, so that's a fail. Wait a second, we have Trenchcoat. That was waiting at 4, 5, 6 minus 4 is 2 to 2. That's a success. I forgot to count Trenchcoat. We're good. I would pick his pockets, but somewhere along this mountain climb, I've forgotten how to be a thief. I'm gonna walk up to the summit. Oh, before I walk up to the summit. After I evade him, I tap Dirty Fighting and give him a knuckle sandwich. That's -1, definitely hits. Just want to make absolutely sure this works. Now, Green Soapstone, can you work on someone at the location? Nope, it's specifically you. Damn shame. Walk up to the top then. We go to the summit. We have to investigate to get these clues. That's very funny. Like, this just messes up some characters tremendously, but not most. We get a Frostbite token for coming here. And then we can resign and win, but we want to get these 6 clues for victory. That seems reasonable enough to me. So our plan is to just walk up. If we're not able to win next turn, I'll just throw my dynamite backwards to kill this guy. Over here on Finn's turn, are we maximizing embezzling in 2 rounds? Yes. Speaking of, I'm going to spend all my resources to embezzle right now. I can't kick the Hornet's Nest, because I can't get clues here by kicking the Hornet's Nest. The resources it gets me aren't really valuable. It looks like I'm going to be failing to embezzle the full 10. I'll only get 9 resources at the start of next scenario. Oh no. That's still great. I just don't think there's a reason to try. Like, my deck is all tech abilities, right? I want to draw it just to mill them out. But that's basically it. We've already used lockpicks this round. You can't really investigate this location with anything else. Gain resources and haste to gain another resource to embezzle them for next turn. That's the way. Now, unfortunately, Luke's going to come up as his next action. And we're a bit low on getting clues here. We're going to Rite of Seeking. And that is 7, 6. And that's only 5 to 3, actually. I'll commit a Mr. Rook to be up 3. Skulls are failures at this point. I can commit Shriveling, and in addition, I can commit Deep Knowledge to beat -5 on the skull. I don't beat -6, though. I do beat that. That's very easy to beat. So all of these go to my discard pile, and I pick up 2 clues. We might not be getting this victory, unfortunately. We should only have 2 clues right now. Everyone should have spent their clues when they came up here. It doesn't matter. Nothing counts them. At the end, you just put them back in the bank. I don't know why it has this text. It just messes up the clue dropping archetype that they would print a few years later. This should definitely have its 3rd charge by now. I just forgot to do it because I had the head boost and I stopped caring. But that is relevant because we might actually take the sanity damage to care. We are at 4-3 on a basic book investigate, which is important because we might have to do that to finish this. Anyway, last action, 5-3. Yeah, we can't save Rite of Seeking until next turn. Look for Promise of Power. I know it's one of my last 3 cards, but if I get a token that makes me end my turn, that's very bad. So I have to Rite of Seeking now. I can never pass -5 unless I commit every card in my hand. I don't need Deny Existence. If I draw something that deals damage, I win. Like, I just have the soak to survive it. I shouldn't have played this Rite of Seeking. This was just a mistake. Because I never drew my Clairvoyance and I'm running out of time. It ultimately didn't punish me. I think there's actually no difference. I would never use Rite of Seeking next turn for risk of just running out of time due to a bad token. You can resign while engaged with an enemy. So Luke technically doesn't need tripling. If he draws an enemy, that's fine. What could we draw that needs to be warded? Because I've argued myself into committing the tripling. I just need to argue myself into committing ward 2 so I can beat the skull. And I'm not sure what I could draw where I need to ward it. I'm committing it all. Didn't need to commit any of it, apparently, but that's fine. We'll take 2 more clues and end Luke's turn. We're trying to get there, but we're struggling. That was not the Clairvoyance that would make this oh so easy. My last 2 cards are Promise of Power, Clairvoyance. They would both be wonderful for this. Promise of Power just gets Finn to succeed in an investigate check. Normally, Clairvoyance obviously does it. I could probably draw a card on Luke. Okay, we can Deep Knowledge Luke to get the Clairvoyance and leave if we don't draw an enemy. Like, there are still ways forward. It's just getting progressively nastier and weirder as we keep failing forwards. 7 of 8 Doom, evil cards. Oh, right, yeah, this is a thing. Avalanche, that's what we needed ward for. Wait, but our location isn't levels 1 through 4. Our location is level 5. If the level of your location is 1 through 4, move to the location directly below you. Then test Brain X. X is the level of your location. If you fail, repeat this process. If you do not move by this effect, Avalanche can surge. You can't get thrown off the top by Avalanche because you're at the top. You can't get hit by anything from above you. That makes so much sense. We're going to reveal an additional Chaos token, and we're going to take a lot of Horror. I've got a lot of Horror to take. That's fine. I can take 3 Horror. This is just Rotting Remains. This guy's ready to now, by the way. So when I get pushed down by this effect, he's going to engage Finn, but that's technically fine. Finn will just eat 3 Horror. I mean, it's objectively wrong not to put it on his teammates, I guess. Over here on Luke, you cannot play cards at this location. Mother of Christ. So I think Luke is investigating 4-3. That beats the Cultist. Cursed Cultist would be a problem. I can no longer take my 50-50 because of the Antarctic Wind on Draw and Clairvoyance. I can use Rolled. I can use Rolled and take my 50-50. If I miss, I investigate, and that still has a good chance of passing with a lockpick over here. I blank the card with Rolled. I draw. Damn it. My odds of the investigate succeeding just got a lot higher, though. I'm going to investigate at 8-3. That's the correct shroud value? Yes. 6-3. Hey, we did it. We did it. Okay. We get a clue over here. And last action, resign. Our clues go into the token bank. We just need Finn to manage his, and we're good. Finn, this is the most important evade action you've ever taken, so please don't beef it. It's interesting that Kick the Hornet's Nest doesn't commit for a foot. It seems very about evading people. Like, I get the idea, you research where the cult is and you break into their hideout. But like, the reality is every character that runs this wants to evade the guy that comes out. Except for Mark Harrigan and Tony, I guess. Right, we have a manual dex to evade at 8 to 2. We're not doing any other foot checks whatsoever, so we just go 10 to 2. Yeah, we didn't need that at all, but... Oh, for the love of Christ. Lose an action. We don't have a quick thinking or anything. That's just lost victory then. Because our actions are now just move up and resign. We don't have the ability to get a clue as a fast action through any means, right? The draw on manual dex is non-optional. You just automatically draw it if you succeed. So there's no way to like have played around that. I didn't even know that was the one in my deck, right? The last action is just resign. Yeah, there's just no way around it. If we had gotten to do our lockpicks test, we'd have gotten the victory, right? 8 minus 3. Yeah, that would have been victory. Unlucky Tekalili roll. Damn shame. So the specific series of things that has to happen to fail there are taking a failure on a Mythos test to go down the slope. And then in addition to that, I needed the orange Tekalili to cost me the action. Oh, also, if Luke had just landed the 50-50 on the other card... Oh wait, what was I talking about? I can't draw Clairvoyance, play Clairvoyance, use Clairvoyance, and resign. Okay, Luke's RNG was actually great then. So I didn't get the half of the RNG that I needed. I got 50% of what I needed to get there, but I think I was asking for a lot. I think getting this location with how slow Finn's start was a big ask. I'm just glad Finn made it to the end. Like, if he hits 0, this character's dead. Karen's Obel is in the game. Anyway, all these other mountains are victory 1 though, so that's nice at least. And combine that with Terror from the Stars, we still get 5 victory. And we'll gain 1 bonus experience for any assets we add to our decks. And we have all of the assets over here on Luke. We've got spare parts, miasmic crystals, wooden sledge, dynamite, and green soapstone. I think green soapstone goes on Luke because increasing tripling from 3 to 4 is a way bigger deal than increasing knuckle dusters from 2 to 3. Because if you're punching with knuckle dusters, you just have extra actions to do it with on Finn. So I think soapstone goes to Luke, and I think miasmic crystals needs to go to somebody because it's so valuable. If Luke had been the one with the orange Tekalili, we could have canceled the effect as well. But because they were at different locations, they couldn't. That hurts my soul. It's fine though. But yeah, I'm gonna take both of these over here on Luke. I think we're giving dynamite and spare parts to Finn, but it might be better to give Finn nothing. The thought with dynamite and spare parts is that Finn is going to dig through his whole deck pretty fast. And as a fighter that specializes in evading, he can very easily orchestrate situations where throwing dynamite is good. It also helps us deal with the penguins later, like the best use for dynamite is blowing up penguins. And if you're running dynamite, you really want to run spare parts. So I think I do give this to Finn, even though I'm very hesitant about just adding 2 not great cards to his deck. So we're both gonna get 7. The wooden sledge is just not, like, it's reusable backpack, which is cool, but it is also backpack level 0, which is not a great card. Oh, right, Finn was never in danger of dying. Danforth still had a hit point. I just completely forgot that I'm allowed to put damage on Danforth. I just desperately do not want to do so. Anyway, we're gonna go check in on our teammates again. So immediately we check in on Avery, and we remove another Frostbite token from the bag. It's the easiest decision of my life. Also, let's get those curses out, see what the state of our bag is. We got 1 Frostbite, 1 Squid, 2 Tablets, 1 Cultist, 2 Skulls, and then the rest of the standard bag as you would expect it to be. As we're cleaning up, we know that there are no Tekalilis in Luke's deck, and we have 1 Tekalili for damage in Finn's deck. That's not really worth removing. And the 15 Tekalili deck is correct. We shuffle this between scenarios. I'm surprised to see I haven't lost any of them yet. I think I'm going to talk with Danforth on Luke to start with 2 additional cards in my opening hand next scenario. I'm just going to do that by dropping like some Danforth tokens over here to remind myself to get a bigger opening hand. Because that's really valuable. City of Elder Things is a very hard to full complete scenario, and starting with extra cards to find that true magic faster will be very helpful. I could get 3 additional resources from Dakota. When I finish this, did I remember to say it, or was I so upset? I forgot to do it, but like it's a lightning bolt during my turn, it was a resign turn. That's full embezzlement, baby. So I could start with 18 resources instead of 15, but that seems like unnecessary overkill. We're probably just gonna scout the city outskirts. I think that because it's a hard scenario to full complete, we're gonna scout the city outskirts. And like, yeah, we only saved 1 clue in this scenario by scouting the mountain pass, but I also barely got out of this scenario. I mean, it's because I was trying to get victory. If we hadn't been going for this, we'd have gotten it out very easily in the previous turn. But like, we only had a chance at getting it in the first place because we did the scouting. So I'm gonna go with that as well. Meaning that what we've done is we talked to Avery to remove a Frostbite, Danforth to draw 2 on Luke, and we scouted the city outskirts. Since we only have 2 dead, we're not going to, what is it called, Fatal Mirage? Yeah, Fatal Mirage. We're not doing that yet, we're only doing it once at the end of the campaign. I think you never want to play Fatal Mirage multiple times because you get Frostbite tokens on every subsequent try you do of it. In addition with Fatal Mirage, I think if you play it early because you've lost extra people, you're sort of struggling to keep pace and it's a catch-up mechanism in a kind of hard scenario. But if you go there later, it's sort of like a victory point pinata and you're not actually time pressured to win, you're time pressured to see how much victory you can get, and it's much more fun because the way the scenario is framed begins to change. So we're wrapping up the Forbidden Peaks, we're done for the day. I'm rather coherent. I hope you enjoyed the series so far. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. You all know the YouTube algorithm drill. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.